Gentlemen, you had my instructions earlier, so you know what I expect. A clean fight, obey my commands, and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Tim, you mentioned just how relaxed Ye-Jun Kim looked.
Looks focused.
Coming into the ring. And then you look across, and that shot was so impressive. Naoya Inoue with the 4 belts and the Ring Magazine belt. You go from the orphanage to a life-changing opportunity right here on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN.
And I could have bet you, I was going to bet you which stance that Kim was going to come out in, and I thought it was going to be the southpaw stance. And the reason why I think he's going to come out in the southpaw stance is because he knows that Inoue has issues with the southpaw stance. He knows that he saw Neri land that backhand.
But
Inoue has a tendency
in round 1.
Well, Inoue has a tendency of dropping that lead hand. He actually shows when he's going to shoot that left hook. He actually drops it before he actually throws it. And then he drops his opposite hand when he's throwing that left hook. So he's available for that looping left hand. But you see right now, fencing battle going right now. Both guys fighting for positioning. One of the coolest thing about Inoue is that small steps, and he doesn't give up his positioning all too often. He'll step back a little bit, but he'll get right back into position. See him inching that front foot forward? He's getting close, staying close enough to be able to counter with offense. Well, you have Kim right now. Kim, he sometimes plays possum. You know, he looks like he's not doing much, but he's trying to set up his offense as well. He's trying to time Inoue if he can, when Inoue decides to shoot and come inside.
You know, Kim usually wears a different brand of gloves. He's wearing the winning gloves tonight. And for Naoya Inoue, the Docomo sponsored gloves. So, you know, the winning gloves tend to not be puncher's gloves.
No, they're not puncher's gloves at all, but however, they still do damage. You just land right on the spot, that chin. You'll have the same effect. Big fill-out round for both fighters, and I expect that, especially from Inoue, because he has been training for Goodman. Think about that. Been training for Goodman. Tall, long, linky fighter, and now he's facing the southpaw.
A southpaw who comes into Japan having beaten 7 of Naoya Inoue's countrymen. Said, I'm familiar with the Japanese style, and even though you might think I'm a last-minute replacement on 11 days' notice, I have been eating, drinking, sleeping, training on the cadence, on the pace, and how to deal with the power of Naoya Inoue. Now, it's one thing to train that way, Tim. It's another thing to have him in front of you with everything at stake.
Yeah, you know, looking at film is extremely important, but sometimes, even when looking at film, it's a different story once you get in the ring and you have to deal with all the attributes, all the speed and the punching power of that opposition. Big fill-out round for both fighters right now. Things will start to heat up in the next 2 rounds, I believe. Boxing. All undisputed, 2-time?
Well, Terrence Crawford's going to be going for 3-time when he faces Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo can get that belt from the IBF before they supposedly fight in the month of September.
Right.
All right, round 2, scheduled for 12. All the belts on the line for junior featherweight undisputed champion Naoya Inoue against Ye-Jun Kim. Started boxing at age 19, had no amateur career. The reason he started the fight is because he was an orphan who was never adopted, and they used to bully him and make fun of him because he didn't have parents to defend him. And here he is defending himself against one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world who connects with a right hand.
Again, solid positioning, short steps by Inoue. Great balance by him as well. Defense look on point tonight. Look at the accuracy as well with that right hand. And I love the way he accelerates and decelerates. It's amazing to see. His offense might look like he's creeping towards you and then he explodes out of nowhere. So confusing the way he's able to change up his rhythm and timing to land his shots.
Those are the dangerous shots that Inoue, when he misses, are going to be open for the counter left from Kim.
Exactly.
Nice right, though, from Inoue.
But Kim right now is respecting. He's respecting Inoue a little bit too much right now. He needs to get off, get some respect. Let Inoue know that I'm here to win. I'm not here to survive. I'm here to win.
This is a life-changing opportunity, and the question here is Kim here for the payday, or is he here to make history and change his life? According to ESPN betting, the minus 500 favorite is Naoya Inoue, plus 1,800 for Ye-Jun Kim coming into this fight. Inoue closing the gap.
But Inoue still needs to be cautious right now. Sometimes Inoue can get a little bit beside himself. You know, he can get a little bit over anxious, get a little bit overconfident. You know, you don't want to do that against a puncher. You don't. Could run into trouble. Nice jab right there from Kim.
Yep, a snapping jab from Kim.
Well, Kim's looking for that backhand. He's looking for the perfect opportunity to land it. He did a level change not too long ago. It was like a level change in field. There it is. That's what he's looking for. Did a slight level change first. Oh, there it is. Now he took it downstairs.
And he was able to parry that partially. But that's where Ye-Jun Kim is at his best. When he's taking the step forward, that's when he does most of his damage. But he gets caught with a nice short right hand from Naoya Inoue. You see the timing and the precision from the Japanese champion. Another short right.
Is fighting at a very high level, especially after his last fight. He's full of confidence, and I think that he's the better fighter of the two. I really do, and I think he wins that fight. It will be challenging in spots because, you know, Baranchyk is tough. You know, he moves in and out. He has, you know, gives different looks. But I think that Keyshawn, I think he'll figure it out.
All right, we'll also see Xander Zayas, Vito Milnicki. We'll see Abdullah Mason, Rohan Polanco, Jared Anderson, Tiger Johnson, Nico Ali Walsh. So a stacked card for Valentine's Day. It'll be a Friday night in New York City. For now, Naoya Inoue, the delight of Japanese fans, is at home once again at the Ariake Arena. 15,000 plus in the house to watch his third undisputed title defense at 122 pounds against Ye-Jun Kim.
One of the best body punchers in the game, Naoya Inoue. Nice shot
there with the 1-2.
He sure did. Yes, he did.
Gets the combo off. Talk about how big Ye-Jun Kim was going to be once they stepped into the ring.
Kim is fighting
the shots.
Kim is fighting a disciplined fight right now. You know, he's not opening up. He's not getting wild. You know, he's staying within himself. And by doing so, he's having opportunities himself. Again, in a way, sometimes he takes chances.
Yep.
That's why we love him, right? Yep. However, he puts himself in harm's way. And again, look, he wasn't. I'm glad he has experience from fighting 4 southpaws in a row. However, he wasn't expecting this.
Right.
I don't think he was expecting this. So it's going to take a little time for him to break him down. Look at Kim trying to use some lateral movement right here to set a trap.
That's a nice stiff jab.
Yes, it was. He said, go ahead. You want to set a lateral? Eat that.
There's that 1-2 from Kim, and then he takes a straight right hand from Naoya Inoue and invites the monster to give him some more.
Yeah, it looked like that patch just fell off the trunks. The patch fell off the trunks of Kim.
Knocked the patch off.
Ooh, vicious
body work.
That's a stoppage. That's how you get it.
Where Naoya Inoue can be very dangerous. You see him drop his hands now a little bit.
Oh yeah. And those body shots are going to set up the head shots eventually.
And look at the mouse under the left eye of Ye-Jun Kim. First world title fight, and it happens to be for all the belts at 122 pounds, where for now, Naoya Inoue reigns supreme.
I think he's going to start and begin to step on the gas. But see, just getting a little bit lackadaisical sitting in front in a way, just getting too relaxed. He's okay with that. You know, he's getting that high guard up. But shots like that, when you can come back with punches like that, when you can get yours back like that, That's some good stuff right there from Inoue, but I like the body work.
Yes.
The body work is going to set up the headshots eventually. It's going to slowly start to break Kim down. He's going to start paying attention and start to block that body, and he's going to leave himself open upstairs.
And if that inflammation continues, oh, that's
Just a trip.
trip there, but
Yeah.
if that inflammation continues under the left eye of Kim, and his cut man Ray Fry can't get that under control, that's going to spell trouble for that right hand of Naoya Inoue, which is snappy and powerful.
So you see Inoue getting right to it, letting that right hand right now. And see, a lot of times, because Inoue's speed and power is so fast, right? It's like a snake. It's almost like he has to make himself vulnerable so guys can open up, so that way he can land a clean shot. So he'll sit in front of you. He'll take some chances. He'll sit up in that high guard as well.
You know, the last early stoppage that Inoue had was against Michael Dasmariñas in June of 2021. He's more of a break you down type of fighter, not a quick starter, but he's starting to get into a rhythm here in the 4th round.
Yeah.
That jab is going to set up the rest of his offense. He's a prolific jabber, and that sets up the right-left combination for the monster.
Nice step back just to clear those punches. Was on a nice angle. Planted his feet and was able to land that 1-2 combination.
Ooh, nice body shot as Kim tried to step out. And the problem with facing Inoue is you have to pick your poison. And right here, Ye-Jun Kim says, you know what? If I'm going to take some shots, I'm going to land some shots. He's got to open up. Oh, nice combination.
Eye on the head, too. And I like how Kim, he punched while Inoue was punching. That's what I like. That's what you got to do. Oh, my God.
Left
but I like that, too.
Inoue. And then he starts to pour it on. You can hear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue. And down goes Ye-Jun Kim. Be careful what you ask for.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what was on the A knockout was on the menu tonight. What a finish from Naoya Inoue. Ye-Jun Kim, he hit the over. It was 3.5 rounds.
You never say you want more.
Not against
You never say that.
Butsu. Man.
That's a bad man.
There's levels to this
There's
game.
levels to this game. That's a bad man. My gosh. I told you I told you he figured him out.
You did.
I said he figured him out. I said, I know that ending. Oh, yeah, he figured him out. No doubt about it. But that finish, those right hands. Oh, my gosh.
It's just the sound of those shots. I mean, look, there's very few fighters who you can hear the thudding shots like you do with Naoya Inoue. There's just something about how they connect.
It is. Just listening, like, we're speaking, and I can literally hear it, even though I'm speaking, over the event.
In world title fights, and this is how it came to an end here on the State of Boxing. You saw the left hook, and there's Kim's biggest mistake.
Give me some
he
more.
asked for more, and he got the 2-piece. He got greedy.
He did get a little greedy. I mean, look, he was trying to psych himself, trying to psych himself up, and trying to stay relevant inside the fight and saying, no, you're not hurting me. No, you're not hurting me. But really, in reality, he was getting hurt by those shots. But anyway, follow-up shots right there. Straight right hand right down the middle. You see Kim right there. He asked for it. Squared up in the corner. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. Straight right hand right down the middle. Finishes the deal. But the accuracy, constantly being in position to be able to let his hands go. Anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen,
his IQ,
we have the time of 2 minutes,
you see all of that thing. I can see all of that.
He's
a great fighter, man.
Our
Tremendous
fighter.
fighter.
Mark Nelson reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout and still the undefeated, undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya, the Monster